Hi everyone, we would like to welcome you. This Google Hangout is it's called SMART, Single Moms Attracting Real Treasure. And all of us on the call tonight are going to share our story with Isogenics and how it's impacted us as single moms. So my name is Jamie Johnston, and I'll share my story first, and then I'll introduce you to some amazing women who can share their stories. So I myself got started with Isogenics 3 years ago, right before Christmas, and really I was just tired. I have two boys who are now 11 and 6, but at the time I was teaching full time and just had no energy. So I started with the 30-day program, and I lost about 15 pounds and 25 inches. So, and I was detoxed off coffee, and I was on coffee for I probably had 3 cups of coffee a day. So I felt amazing, and I just became a new person in the process and just started making myself a priority. As you can see behind me, I have like doing a lot of mud runs. I love it. And in the past year now I do CrossFit. So I just love, I've never felt better. I feel better at 37 than I did 10 years ago. And the business just sort of happened because people were asking me what I was doing, so it just felt natural to share my passion and help people the way the way my friend helped me. And I'm happy to say that after 2 years, I was able to resign from teaching to pursue this full time, and it's now my mission to help other people feel the same and really just take control of their financial future as well. So that's my quick story. So I'm going to pass it on to Andrea Block. Andrea is also a single mom. She is from Springfield, New Jersey. She has a 17-year-old son, and she also works at Trader Joe's, and she's been with Isogenics for over a year now. So I'll let her share her story with you.
Hi everybody, I'm Andrea, and I've always been a very positive person, and I've always believed in myself. I am a single mom, as Jamie said, but not the typical single mom. I'm a single parent, the only parent. I'm really the sole provider. My son does not see his father. His father does not help support him financially. Having said that, and having been divorced since my son is 6 and he is now 17, I have always had a tremendous amount of responsibility. But I have very strong shoulders because of it. At the time when Hurricane Sandy hit in October of 2012, I was working for a local magazine. The company was predominantly funded by its advertisers. The businesses were dealing with aftermath and devastation from Hurricane Sandy, and so naturally their focus and their dollars were not at all on advertising. After a few months of very little revenue, the publisher had announced that he was closing the doors. There was no warning, there was no notice, and there was no severance. So for me, this meant no job and no income. Now, once the initial shock wore off, I became really overwhelmed, very worried, and had a very hard time staying positive. I started to eat really poorly, and eating healthy became completely unimportant to me. As weeks like this turned into months, I started to gain weight, and I actually got really depressed because I hated the way I felt, and I really hated the way I looked. I was in a really bad slump, and I had no trouble falling asleep at night because I was emotionally exhausted. But what would happen is that I would wake up in the middle of the night and toss and turn for hours because I was filled with anxiety. After an hour or two of this, I would fall asleep again, but when my alarm went off in the morning, I'd feel like I was hit by a truck. Also, what would happen is I'd be waiting to pick my son up from practice around 5:30 in the evening, and I'd be falling asleep in my car. I had little energy, and I lost my drive completely. This was so not me, and I knew I had to take action. So I was introduced to Isogenics by a friend who was having incredible results on the products. He had introduced me to this as a business opportunity, knowing that I had a really bad financial situation. I had seen it as a way not only to have an additional stream of income, but also to change the way I looked and the way I felt. So it was a no-brainer. I didn't even hesitate. I enrolled with the President's Pack because I knew that I had to do something. So I required a change really in my perception. My victim mindset was seriously diluting my potential, and I had to accept myself and my circumstances without judgment. Now, I've been on the products for 17 months. 15 of those months have been maintenance. In the first 8 days on the products, I felt fantastic. In 2 months, I released the weight I had gained, plus a few more pounds. I had a total loss of 18 pounds and 29 inches. My body transformed, and I felt better than I had my entire adult life. I developed lean muscle, and I saw abs that I had not seen since my 20s. My daily Diet Coke habit was completely replaced by water, and I was sleeping soundly through the night. So, of course, I was waking up full of energy and feeling amazing. I knew this was my answer. It was finally my time for me. And now, the more people I get healthy and I help achieve their dreams and reach their potential and positively change their lives like I've changed mine, the more successful I become. So the business opportunity has been amazing. Thank you, Jamie.
Wow, that was an amazing story. Thank you for sharing. All right, who do we have next? We have Jody Naylor. She is a former occupational therapist and now a certified health coach who lives in New Jersey with her daughters. And she's been with Isagenix for just over a year.
Hi, this is Jamie. Like you said, I am, a single mom, and I have 2 beautiful daughters, ages 14 and 12, that I've been raising by myself for the past 10 years after losing my husband to cancer. At that point, I had felt that my own health had suffered, and I really suffered from a lot of stress-related ailments. Luckily for me, at that point, I was fortunate enough not to have to go rush back to work as a full-time occupational therapist, and I was lucky enough to stay home and take care of my kids. However, as time went on, I decided that I wanted to really pursue my passion and help others get healthy, and I enrolled in the Institute for Integrative Nutrition and became certified as a health coach, mostly for myself, to help myself, heal myself, and allow my body to get back to the energetic state it once was. Unfortunately, like so many health coaches, my practice really wasn't taking off. I spent hours and hours of time developing my website, developing newsletters, spending a fortune of money trying to take my practice off the ground, which is really counterproductive to my goals. My goals were to find a way to spend more time with my children. Being their only parent, I had an obligation and a desire to spend as much time as I wanted and not have them feel as if they were being left out of things because their parent couldn't get them there or couldn't allow them to participate in things. Luckily for me, I was introduced to Isagenix by another health coach. And she had said to me at that point, that's okay, you can build this business, it's great for your clients, you can build your business in the pockets of your time. And I remember kind of laughing, saying, oh, as a single parent, I don't have pockets of time. What is she thinking? And, and after that, I said, you know what, let me give this a try. And I did it for myself first. And after 30 days on the program myself, my sleep disturbances were gone. My energy had returned to my former self. Where normally I'd be falling asleep by 9 o'clock at night, I was up doing laundry at 11 o'clock, and my kids are going, "What are you doing, Mom?" So I knew once I started to feel better, I was then able to share the products with other people. Since that time, I have been with Isagenix for about a year, and I've been able to build a business, help my health, help other people's health, but most of all, really be able to spend that time with my kids and teach them that you can really have it all. You can have time with your family, you can have your own business, um, and really teaching them the value of hard work, as well as what it's like to be a woman and be successful. So, thank you, Jamie.
Thank you for sharing. Another inspirational story. I love it. I never heard your story, so this is great for me to be able to hear as well. Tara Quigley, she is from another single mom of a 19-year-old boy and a 12-year-old girl with special needs. She lives in Howell, New Jersey, and she's been with Isagenix for about a year and a half. She works full-time as a nurse at a hospital and a part-time job as a home care nurse and going to school to be a certified yoga instructor and Reiki. What else would you like to add to your list, Tara?
Well, amongst my many talents, well, thank you, Jamie, for that introduction. I actually heard of Isagenix several years ago, and it was actually from a patient's daughter, and I was so desperate to feel good. I was so tired, and I gained a little weight. I had a thyroid issue, so I was just exhausted all the time. And I tried the program, but it completely didn't work for me because I had no support. I didn't know what I was doing. I was still drinking a pot of coffee a day, thinking that it was okay. So several years later, when a friend of mine reintroduced it to me, I said, there's no way I could do this because it just doesn't work. And he said, no, it works if you do it the right way. I tried every crazy thing you could think of. I was just so desperate to feel better and to not be so tired anymore. I figured, let me try it again. It's a 30-day money-back guarantee. Why not? And within the first 5 days, I lost 9 pounds. I mean, the support from this team is amazing. I just felt fantastic. I wasn't coming home from work and taking cat naps before I cooked dinner, I just felt really, really good. And to lose 9 pounds in 5 days for me was insane. Like, it could take me months and months and months to lose 2 pounds. So besides the weight loss, it was just that energy that was so important to me, and being able to be a mom to my kids and not having to take these naps all the time and wake up exhausted every single morning. And the first thought out of my mind used to be, what time can I go to bed tonight? So fortunately, Isagenix has afforded me this amazing energy, and actually doing a deep cleanse today. Fantastic. So it's an amazing business. Really just came naturally. After feeling so great, you just can't help but share with other people because you feel so good. You just want to share with everybody that you know. And then the business just kind of started to grow from there. And as Jamie had mentioned, I do have a lot of other obligations. So the business for me is, I'm happy where I'm at. I love being a nurse. I will always be a nurse. Great. It pays a couple extra bills, pays for my car, it pays for my car insurance, it pays for some extra things for the kids. And it's just wonderful because you can do it whenever you want and you can make it whatever you want it to be. So I'm very grateful for this.
Awesome. Great job. Nice hearing your story as well. All right, we have Andrea Martin. She is from Mountville, Pennsylvania. She's been with Isagenix for 5 months, another certified health coach on our team, and a transformational coaching method coach. She's a single mom to an 11-year-old son and a 7-year-old daughter. Welcome.
Hi, Jamie.
Hi.
Thank you for the introduction. And my story basically starts with I was starting over in a new career after my divorce, and I gave myself a certain amount of time to make something work. So I went to Institute of Integrative Nutrition to become a health coach, and then further went on to become a transformational coaching method coach, and had all these grand visions of being able to work from home with my kids and not have to put them in daycare because they were used to having me home. I was a stay-at-home mom their whole lives, and so I really was very excited about this new health coaching path that I was going to be going on, but it didn't exactly turn out the way that I thought, and was not making any money at all, and was getting very frustrated because most of the people that I was talking to just didn't have time to spend hours in the kitchen juicing, and a lot of the the methods that I was trying to teach just were not conducive for busy lifestyle. So I decided to learn more about Isagenix because I saw that there was a group of health coaches who were very successful with this program, and so I just opened up my mind. I was a little closed-minded at first and just decided to learn more, and what I've learned has been amazing. I started on the program and lost 12 pounds myself and 17 inches, and was able to help my mom and some other people immediately. Got a lot of excitement, been able to help so many people now with getting healthy and losing weight and getting more energy. And the best thing is my looming deadline of getting a job by September of 2014, I actually found Isagenix in August. And September, I had decided that if my health coaching business didn't work, I was going to have to go get another job. And luckily, I found Isagenix, and I have not had to do that. And I've been able to build the business from home, be there for my kids, get healthy, get other people to start a healthy path, and it's been amazing. I'm so excited about what the future holds.
Congratulations. That's awesome. That's amazing. I love hearing all this. It's so exciting to be part of this all together, right? All right. We have one more, and I'm not sure. Ashley, are you on the line? I'm not sure if Ashley is there. Okay. All right. Now what I'd like to do is go around and just ask a question to each of you that I think would be helpful for people to hear, and wonder, you know, as single moms, like, how do you really, you know, how do you fit it in, and how can you really do it on top of what you do normally and taking care of your kids and all of that. So my question for myself that I'd like to share, I didn't actually say that during my time, I was a teacher for 14 years, and in addition to that, I was also a web designer, and I also did Isagenix. And so how did I fit it in? And what happened was I made a decision. When I realized that teaching was not going to get me to financial freedom, or just to the fact of that teaching has changed in New Jersey. And they just kept putting more and more pressure on teachers and not getting compensated anymore. And you had, you know, it was just becoming where I wasn't passionate about what I once was. And the culture of people within Isagenix is like nothing else. And that's really what really was a big factor for me as well, is being surrounded by such amazing, like-minded, positive people that are encouraging you to do better. Because you become a different person in the process of this this journey, and you know, being in network marketing, it's really a requirement to work on yourself, and I'm so grateful to all the people that I've met. So I was able to just I guess you'd say I stopped watching TV, and I got really clear on what my why was, that I was worth, my time was worth more than really what I was being compensated. And I really committed to attending the events. Last January was my first big event at NYKO, and that everything changed for me. I have such a belief in the company and where it's headed, and I know, and our team is just amazing. The support and everything is figured out for us. So it's really just a matter of, you know, learning the skills and, you know, working on your own and having your own business and giving myself time. And that's what I realized. I have a master's degree. I spent years of my life educating myself. And so that's what I plan to do in this year, is to, you know, collaborate with people who have that same vision and want a better life for themselves and their families. So, all right, I'm going to go to Andrea, where she can share. I would like to ask you, what excites you most? I love this question. What excites you about this business opportunity?
Thank you, Jamie. You know what? After seeing my own results and feeling so great, I knew I had to share this gift with other people. What excites me most, truly is inspiring others, watching them transform, and knowing that I am making a difference. That makes me feel great. Every day, I have the chance to focus on personal development, and it's truly a gift that keeps giving. I've always loved helping others, and now I have a passion and direction. I didn't have that before. I have a clear vision and unshakable belief. I'm helping others while I'm building a business and working towards financial freedom. I didn't have that before either. I no longer feel like I'm taking one step forward and 2 steps back. I am taking steps in the right direction, 1 step at a time, and it's the best feeling. I don't focus on where I am now, I focus on where I'm going. And I'm absolutely certain that thanks to Isagenix, I have become a better person and also a better mom. And for that, I am forever grateful.
Thank you. That was awesome. It is so amazing. I just love it. I love meeting all of you and connecting with all of you because you just become better and we help each other. I love it. That's awesome. Jody, let's see what question. So, how has Isagenix impacted the freedom of time that you get to spend with your daughters?
Oh gosh, you know, this business has allowed me total flexibility. When I was first introduced to the business and I was told you build the business in the pockets of your time, and like I said before, and I kind of laughed, but it's really true. I can now choose when I work. I can choose my times. I can choose what days. If I need to be carpooling my kids to soccer practice and dance class or fencing practice or whatever it might be, I could still be there for them. And, you know, that flexibility is freedom. My kids don't have to feel that I'm not available for them. And I can really pick and choose my hours, my business hours, my days that I work, and it gives me total freedom to be the mom that I want to be and spend as much time as I want with my daughters.
That's amazing, isn't it? It seriously is amazing. If everyone would understand this opportunity that we have, it's wonderful. That's fantastic.
That's the best feeling.
Let's see. Tara, the woman of many things. Let's see. Are you there, Tara?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, there you are. All right. So, how do you fit this business? And you know, Jody touched on it, but how do you fit it into your business schedule?
Well, like Jody said, you know, you do it whenever you can, and that's the beauty of this business is you really just fit it in whenever you want. You have to give yourself a schedule. I do have a lot of other things going on, so I have my business time blocked out. Even if it's only a half an hour one night, an hour another night, I make time for it. And right now I'm availability is a little bit less, but the beauty of this business is that it's okay. So it's not a big deal. I can go back to, you know, devoting a lot more time and building a better business if I want. So the business is always there for you, and that's what's so great. You can go back. Life gets in the way. It happens, but it's always there. So, like I said, I just make sure I have some time at night. I try to block out as much as I can. Most of my calls are at night, and that's when I schedule, you know, appointments because that's my schedule. Sometimes I do them on my lunch hour at work. You know, whenever I'm available is when I try to squeeze it in.
Awesome. I think it's important people know, you know, if you want it to work, you know, it's as much or as little as you want it to be. So, and you can definitely fit it in if it's a priority, right?
Yep.
All right, over to Andrea. So you talked a little bit about this. So how did Isagenix change your health coaching practice and being able to give you the flexibility of being home with your kids?
Well, Isagenix completely changed my practice, as I said before, because I'm actually working with the clients and making money, so that's number one. But one of the things that I was really frustrated with when thinking about trying to find a job is trading my my time for money. And if my kids are sick, or if there's a snow day, or things come up and I'm not able to go into work, then I don't get paid. And so when I was looking into Isagenix and the idea of building a business and residual income, that was extremely exciting to me, because it's really the wave of the future. I've read a lot of books, and there are a lot of people that I look up to, like Robert Kiyosaki and Donald Trump and others, who talk about these direct selling as one of the best businesses that you can get into. And it really has been proven to me over and over again, because I'm in business for myself but not by myself now. I have so much support, and I can get my questions answered anytime. I can work in my own time, and I can build a residual income that I can get paid every week, and it's not trading my hours for money anymore. So that's very exciting.
It is exciting, right? And to know that it's only going to get better. Right. All right. The purpose of this call was really just to educate and inform and share our stories. As single moms, we're a little bit of a different situation than most people, and I think it's really inspiring to let people know that it's absolutely possible for you to earn extra money from home for your kids, that your kids would be your reason for doing this. And really it all starts with your health, of you making a decision to put your health first and feel amazing, and there's a wonderful business opportunity for you as well. So it could be earning an extra $500 or $1,000 to replacing your full-time income. It's whatever you choose it to be. So whoever brought you here, connect with them, and we hope to see you at our next team dreaming. And thank you for listening. Thank you, everyone on the call. You are amazing, Andrea, Jody, and Tara. And we'll probably be doing more of these in the future. So thank you, everyone, and happy 2015.